Jack the Ripper is one of the most infamous serial killers in history. But some historians argue that Jack the Ripper may not have been a single person at all. Some believe it was multiple people, perhaps even 5 people, which raises the question, if Jack the Ripper wasn't one person, then who was he? Jack the Ripper was a serial killer who operated in London in the late 1800s. He was known for his brutal attacks on women, which included slashing their throats and disemboweling them. Although there were many theories about who Jack the Ripper was, his identity has never been confirmed, and he remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries of all time. The Whitechapel murders are the name given to a series of gruesome crimes that took place in London. This poorest district of Whitechapel between August and October 1888. The victims were all women who worked as prostitutes, and they were targeted by a killer who became known as Jack the Ripper. The brutality of the murders shocked the public, and the media quickly picked up on the story. The killer was never caught, and the case remains open to this day. The first victim was Mary Ann Nichols, who was found murdered on August 31st, 1888. The following week, another prostitute, Annie Polyafka, was also found dead in a nearby street. On September 8th, the police found the mutilated body of Elizabeth Stride, just a few streets away from where the other 2 women had been killed. 3 days later, Catherine Edos was found with her throat cut and her abdomen slashed. All of these attacks happened within a 3-mile radius and were similar enough to lead the police to believe that they were linked. On October 30th, 1888, the killer struck again, this time targeting Mary Jane Kelly. She was found in her rooming house with her throat cut ear to ear and her body mutilated. This was the last known murder committed by Jack the Ripper. In total, 5 women were murdered and mutilated by Jack the Ripper, earning him the nickname the Whitechapel Murderer. To this day, historians debate whether Jack the Ripper was one person or several people working together. There are many theories about who Jack the Ripper was, but none have been proven. Some of the most popular theories include that Jack the Ripper was an aristocrat, a doctor, or a member of the royal family. Others believe that Jack the Ripper was a figment of the media, imagination, and that the crimes were actually committed by several different people. There are several reasons why people believe that Jack the Ripper was more than one person. Firstly, the brutality of the murders changed over time. The early murders were more personal, with the victims being killed in their own homes. However, the later murders were more public, and the killers seemed less concerned about being caught. Secondly, there were several different types of weapons used in the murders. This suggests that more than one person may have been involved. Thirdly, the killer's motives appear to have changed over time. The early murders appeared to be financially motivated, but the later murders appeared to be more personal. Finally, there were several false confessions, and nobody was ever convicted of the crimes. So who could Jack the Ripper have been? One theory is that it was Prince Albert Victor, the eldest son of King Edward VII. Another theory is that it was Francis Tumblety, an American dentist who lived in Whitechapel. A third theory is that it was Montague John Duza, a doctor who was obsessed with the occult. There are many other theories about who Jack the Ripper was, but none can be proven. It's possible that Jack the Ripper was more than one person, but we may never know for sure. What do you think? Was Jack the Ripper one person? Or several people? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more of our fact-driven, unbiased, and informative videos.